General Viz, out of all my officers, you're one of the only ones I didn't have to choke for failing me. Thank you, Lord Vader. Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is my Star Wars Black Series collection update and review. So yeah guys, every month I'm gonna try to do one of these videos where I pretty much collect a certain amount of figures and do kind of like reviews on all of them in just one video. I've been trying to figure out a name for this series for a while, but I think I've decided I'm going to call it Star Wars Black Series Collection Update and Review. So about every month up until the Attack of the Clone figures release, you're most likely to be getting one of these every month. And this is the next one. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, today I have 3 figures that one of which I wasn't expecting on getting, one that I was expecting on getting but not so soon, and another one that I've literally been trying to get for the longest time. And the last one's actually a very interesting story, but I'm not gonna ramble on too much. Let's go ahead and get straight into the review with the first figure, which is General Veers. So yeah, I remember General Veers came out a while back, but I actually forgot that he was a Walgreens exclusive. And I had went to Walgreens one day and I walked by the toy section, and there he was. He was just standing right there. I think he might have been one of the last ones. I was actually not expecting to run into him that day, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna get another chance to get him, so I went ahead and got him while I was there. But yeah guys, I'm actually really glad that I got this General Veers. He's probably one of my favorite Imperial figures that I've gotten so far, just because it's almost like you get 2 figures in one, because he comes with like his regular officer attire, but then he also has some armor that you can put on him, and I really like that a lot. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of General Veers in the movie, but I'd say he left a pretty decent impression, because I mean, if he didn't, I wouldn't care enough to get him. But General Veers always stood out for me as like he was one of the few officers that Darth Vader didn't end up choking, because he didn't fail. I mean, Darth Vader told him to go blow up the the shield generator on Hoth, and he did it. So good job, General Veers. He didn't get choked. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the articulation of the figure, which I'd say the articulation is pretty good. His body is kind of reminiscent to Grand Moff Tarkin's, so you can kind of use that as an example of his articulation. I will say one thing though, he doesn't seem to have a, like, you know, the torso piece is kind of like on a swivel, but I don't really mind, because, you know, you're not gonna really be getting General Veers in a whole lot of different poses anyway. So I feel like he's articulation is good enough for the poses that I want to get him in. Alright guys, let's move into the accessories for General Veers. General Veers comes with a default Imperial hat, which actually fits really good on his head. You're not going to have to worry about that coming off anytime soon. He also comes with some battle armor. He comes with a helmet, and he also comes with a, I guess it's like a kind of a vest kind of thing, which I did have a little bit of trouble clipping it onto his torso, but after a little maneuverability, I was able to get that on there. And he also comes with a blaster to shoot rebel scum. I'm really glad that I got this General Veers. Now I finally got someone to lead my stormtroopers into battle, and yeah, really good addition to my collection. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next figure, which is Wedge Antilles. I picked up Wedge Antilles at Walmart. He was the last one there. It was him, they had some Lukes, and then they had some, I can't remember her name, some Janas, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, Wedge was literally the last one, and I wasn't planning on buying him at the time. So what I did was I literally took Wedge Antilles and put him at the back and covered him up with the Lukes and the other action figures until I came back to buy them. And sure enough, I got him the next time. When it comes to Wedge Antilles, there's really not a whole lot to talk about since he has a lot of reuse from the Rebel pilot Luke. But just in terms of his face, really looks a lot like Wedge Antilles as usual in good old Black Series form. They always do such a really good job on the faces. But one thing that really stands out to me the most is Wedge Antilles' helmet, which I actually didn't pay a whole lot of attention to in the movies. But you notice a lot of the Rebel pilots have a lot of unique colors and designs on their helmets, which makes them a lot more unique. But when it comes to accessories other than the helmet that Wedge Antilles comes with, he also comes with a default Rebel blaster, which I really wish that they had like holsters for the Rebel pilots because I don't always want Wedge holding his blaster. But really glad that I got this Wedge Antilles, one of Luke's best friends. Now they get to work together to fight the Imperials. Alright, we're going to move on to our last figure today, which is the one I've been trying to get the most, and that is R2-D2. Now, for those of you who do collecting, you probably know R2-D2 is a pretty pricey character. When he first came out, this was around the time that I wasn't collecting Star Wars figures. And then when I did want to start collecting Star Wars figures, R2-D2 was like really, really pricey. And I was just thinking, man, I really wish they would like re-release him someday. And they did, whenever they did the A New Hope anniversary series. But even then, I didn't buy him right away. And because I didn't buy him right away, his price shot up. So I started thinking, maybe I should just buy a loose figure of R2-D2. So I went on eBay. I ordered a Black Series R2. And turns out it was not the right one. Turns out I had accidentally bought the 3 3/4 inch R2-D2, which I'll show you a picture of. So yeah, I ended up having to buy the original R2-D2 in the box anyway, just to be sure that I was getting the right one. But I'd say it was worth the price, and I'm really glad I got him. There's a lot to talk about with this R2-D2, so let's go ahead and get right into it. When it comes to the overall look, I know that there are other collectors out there who could probably tell detail-wise what this figure might be missing, but as far as I'm concerned, it looks perfect for my collection, and I'm probably not gonna ever buy another R2 ever again. Like, this is my R2. When it comes to articulation, he has the articulation that R2-D2 needs in order to like move around and stuff like that. I really like how if you turn his head, his middle foot actually comes out from the bottom, and then you can, put him in his pose where it looks like he's moving across the battlefield or whatever. Yeah. He also has a lot of hidden compartments, which I did not find right away, but we're gonna get more into that later. Let's go ahead and move on to his accessories. And he has a lot, so I really hope I don't forget any. Let's start off with his boosters that he has on the side of his legs. He comes with 2 of those open, and he comes with 2 of them closed. He also comes with this little, I don't even know what you describe it. You guys remember that scene on Dagobah where he fell in the swamp and that little thing stuck out from over the water? Yeah, he comes with that. He comes with Luke's lightsaber that he used to shoot it over to him in Return of the Jedi. And he also comes with another doohickey that I have no idea what it is, like, at all. All I know is it goes somewhere on top of his head. He also has 2 compartments in his chest that open up. And I think that's where his like shock prone and his like little hand are. So I think that's kind of cool. You can open those up. And he, of course, has 3 compartments on top of his head that are for his lightsaber and his other gadgets. I was a little worried because I could not figure out where you stuck all those gadgets at. But after fiddling around with the toy for a while, I finally figured out where those were. Yeah, guys, I feel like when it comes to this R2, it was probably the most stressful one to get. I was putting it off for so long, but, you know, I'm just glad that I actually finally have this figure. So, yeah, now we can start moving on to other figures that I really need to get. Out of all three of these figures, I think the one that I'm the most happy to have is the R2-D2, since having him kind of now completes the kind of original trilogy team in terms of like the characters that you think of. I have Luke, I have Leia, I have Han, I have Chewie, I have C-3PO, and now I have R2-D2. So the gang's all here. But yeah, guys, I don't want to ramble on too much. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm really looking forward to future figures that are going to be coming out. I know that the Empire Strikes Back anniversary is coming up, so we're going to be getting some really cool figures for those. I heard we're supposed to be getting like a Rebel Hoth Trooper. We're supposed to be getting Snow Speeder Luke, so I'm definitely going to get those. I think they're re-releasing Bespin Han, so I'm gonna have a chance to get him. And they're also re-releasing Bespin Luke, so really gonna most likely get him too. Alright, guys, comment down below which of these three figures do you like the best, if you have them, and what are you looking most forward to in the future from Star Wars Black Series. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for me. For now, anyway. Until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.